Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh wa nu'minu bihi wa tawakkalu alayh. Wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. May yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa may yudlilhu fala hadiya lahu. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam tabaraka wa sallama tasliman kasira amma ba'd. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa man ahsanu qawlan mimman da'a ila Allah wa amila salih wa qala innani minal muslimin. My dear brothers and respected elders and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made almost the entire world speaks English. This has happened with the permission of Allah. It doesn't happen, because the English people are the people who are colonized a major part or major portion of the world, but it is because it is the wishes of Allah. Allah has made English to be a language which is widely spoken by the majority of the people in this world. But there are many people who still do not know English, like the Chinese. There are two most populous nations in this world, China and India. In India, English are widely spoken. But in China, English is not widely spoken. Even the president or the leader of the Communist Party, Xi Jinping, he doesn't speak English. But anyhow, the most widely spoken language of the world is English, and we must learn English. We must make our people, our children, to learn English, to speak English, to communicate in English. And we should use English as a language to propagate Islam. And we shouldn't think that, as many Muslims used to think in the past, that English is the language of the kuffar. Those who learn English or who entered English schools are those who are on the road of becoming apostates. Like my grandmother on the side of my father, she did not allow her son, which is my father, to enter into the English school, because she said he will become Christians if he enter English school. That was in the past. In the past, those who learn English, they start trying to become like the English people, eat their food, speak their, not only to speak their language, eat their food, to lead a lifestyles which are similar to the lifestyles of the Europeans or the English, the British. So naturally, my grandmother gets scared. If ever my father went to the English school, he may turn to become apostate. So she did not permit my father to go into English school. So that was the opinion of those people in so-called Malaya at that time. That was around 1920, 1922, 25, 1930. But Mahathir went to English school. He finally ended up becoming a doctor, then the Prime Minister of Malaysia. He entered medical school somewhere in the 1940 probably, because he graduated in 1955 as a doctor. He still remember the day when he was driven out from a hostel which belonged to the government, because in order for British officers to go and have a room, there's no room, so Dr. Mahathir need to come out, be driven out from that. So that give him a very lasting effects of having some sort of hatred towards the colonial masters, the British. Until today, Mahathir is not, not like British. He studied in Singapore as in one medical school, Stanford College, I think, University Malaya Medical School at that time in Singapore. He never learned. He never go to UK as others, Malays, the top level Malays, send their children to England. They become British. Some of them married British women. They lead a British ways of life. They try to speak even Malay language with the slang of British. That was the condition at that time. That's why my grandmother dared not to allow my father to learn in the English school. But the situations have changed now. I went to Australia, study optometry. I went to a boarding school in Malaysia where we have to learn 1 year English language. We call a remove class. Before we entered Form 1, we have to go to remove class, whereby we will be taught English more than others, so that we can follow the studies in all the years in that school with the language of instruction as English. But even though I learned English in that school, but all my schoolmates are Malays mostly, and we speak Malays, and so we don't really know how to speak English that well, because our communication between us are Malays. Until I go to Australia, even then I also speak Malay to most of my friends. I don't speak English, and my friends are very few are English or Australian. But finally, I was meant to marry a woman who speaks English more often than Malay, because she was born as the daughter of the Colombo High Commissioner. So she was sent to study even Tadika among English-speaking people. So she speaks English more than Malay. Then I tend to speak English most of the time with her, and then I start to learn to speak English much more frequently than before. And then, in other words, if you want to learn language, you don't go to English school or to study English language. We have to speak the language frequently, But of course, we cannot speak English among us because we are all Malays. If we tend to speak English, then they start to say, "Oh, you are trying to show off that you are more intellectual than we are." So they really hesitate to speak English. So as a result, people like Samad, who went to England for his PhD, he know how to read English book, to teach in English, but he cannot communicate fluently in English, and he cannot divide, and he give lectures in English. But he's an associate professor, and he teach in English, but he's not fluent in speaking English. He doesn't speak English among his mates. All his mates are mainly Malays. So I seldom hear him speaking English. You know, not here. Of course, he teach English. He teach his subjects in English, but I seldom hear him speaking English. Isn't so? I didn't even heard a word of English come out from his mouth. So this is a wrong way of learning language. A language, we will be fluent in a certain language if we frequently use the language, particularly in our daily communications with others. We should use English. So the Malaysians, they studied English in their school as a subject, but they will not be able to speak English until and unless they mix with those who speak English daily, So if we want Malaysians to speak English, we must make English not only a subject to be learned at school, but to be spoken at school. There should be days which all students are made to speak only English, probably 2 days in a week. There's 5 days, 3 days will be in Malay and 2 days in English. In this way, probably we'll find many Malaysians able to speak English. And the ability to speak English is actually an asset, because it's a language widely spoken in the whole world. And we should use language particularly, for the propagation of Islam. And those who doesn't know English or doesn't know how to speak English must learn to speak English so that they can propagate Islam. So we learn English, we learn how to speak English not because we want to learn science and mathematics as Dr. Mahathir, he wants the subjects of science and mathematics to be taught in Malaysian school in English, so that the Malaysians will become a better scientists or better scholars. But many people in Philippines too, they speak English, but they are not better scholars. They are not better scientists. So it doesn't prove that what he is thinking is correct. This is incorrect. To make people to speak English, to be able to communicate English, to make the people to speak the language, not to learn it, not to learn science in English. We can become good scientists without having to know English. We can become a good scholars, like the Japanese, like the Chinese, like the Russians. They don't know English, but they are better scientists. They are better scholars. They are also able to obtain Nobel Prize. Why? They don't know English. So, on the other side, there are countries with no English in Africa, many, like Uganda, but are they good scholars? Are they good scientists? They are not. They are poor country, like Philippines and all these African countries, who even make their language to be the language of their country. So language is not to make a person a better scholar, not to be language is not a means to make a person to be a better scholar or a true believer of the good deeds, or to become good scientists, or to become a good person. No. English is just a means to communicate. So we should learn English, and communicate with others in English, not because we want to become a better person or better scientist. Better scientists, better person, better scholars, better workers are not. It's not language as the means. It's only to communicate, to propagate Islam. But a person will have better qualities not when they know English. when they are men they have changed their belief, if the belief is not changed, or the mindset has not changed, even they learn English, they know how to speak English, communicate English, they will not become a good person. They will not become a good scholar. They will not become a true believer with the good deeds or whatever. They will become, a person of very, very low standard. I'm not trying to humiliate anybody, but characters, qualities doesn't correlate with language. It correlates with belief and mindset. This is what Dr. Mahathir doesn't know. And as a result, people do not agree with him. All the professors, they say no, we should not teach English, physics, in science subjects, mathematics, and English. We teach in Malay. What we want, if you want Malays or Malaysians to speak English, make English to be a spoken language in a few days in a week. If you want to make them a good scientist or something with good quality people, the true believer with the good, we must change their belief and mindset. This is what Dr. Mahathir doesn't know. I have tried to become his advisor. I wrote a letter trying to apply for the post of advisor, so that I can advise him on these issues and many other issues, particularly religious issues. But he denied my proposal, my application to apply as one of his advisors. So what a loss. But his party also doesn't rule long enough, only 2.5 years or something like that. 2 years. Then change with this current Prime Minister, which also probably will not last long. So, what make a person change? It's not the language. What make a person change is their belief. When their belief change, their thinking are changed, and when both belief and mindsets are changed, then only their qualities, characters change. Like Supian Malik, he knows English. Well, he can communicate somehow or other, but I also do not hear him speaking English. But his quality is not related to the language that he possesses, or is able to communicate. His quality is related to his belief. There are very few people who understand this in this world. Very few people who correlate qualities with belief. Mainly they correlate qualities with knowing, able to know about good qualities. No. Someone may know about sincerity, someone may know about Iman, someone may write even books about sincerity, about Iman, about fear of Allah, but they don't have. Knowing is not related to qualities. Able to write about Islam, able to talk about Islam, able to discuss about all good qualities. But that fellow can never get the good qualities within him, because his belief hasn't changed, has not changed. His mindset has not changed. So it's mainly the Malays, particularly the Malays in Malaysia, they will remain a community which are backward, in their achievements in various fields, because their minds, their belief and mindsets does not change. They remain, lazy. they remain a person who are, having what do you call it? Having great love towards the world, lazy and like to enjoy but do not like to work. They will become people who will become, they are not willing to work hard because their belief and mindset is still the same as their forefathers. Even if Malays who have good position, they got a lot of money, then they start to become lazy. They don't study, they don't work hard, and they want money the easy way, that is bribery, So these qualities, bad qualities, will not make the Malays to prosper or the country to prosper. So if you want the Malays, particularly, not only Malays, the Indian, Chinese, to change, to have good qualities, to become good scientists, to become a true believer with good deeds, they have to change their belief and mindset. These are the things which I'm adamantly, strongly propose to be done in all the schools throughout the entire country, from standard Tadika, preparatory first Form 1, standard 1 till upper 6, till university level. So we have to change the belief and the mindset of the people. Otherwise, we cannot propel toward becoming the best country in the world. I've been always talking to you that we should become the best. As a Muslim, we should become the best. Why we are not? Because our belief on the foundation of Islam has not changed. What is the foundation of Islam? The foundation of Islam is the belief. The belief in Allah, There is no God except Allah, and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. These are the best foundation of Islam. And the foundation of Islam is the belief. There is no God except Allah and Muhammad is messenger. The belief has to be in our heart. Belief is not in our mouth. Muslims generally are reciting this kalima. When they have recited this kalima, they are called Muslim, but actually it is not true. When a person has recited the kalima, they are only known as a person who have entered Islam or who are willing to embrace Islam. They have not embraced Islam. So we call them. Actually, we don't know how to call them, but generally we call them Muslim, but that is not correct. A Muslim is a person who has submit their will completely to the desire of Allah. And that can only be achieved if we become the true believers. Our belief is not on wealth. Our belief is not on our power. Our belief is not in other than Allah. Our belief is in Allah. There is no one who can do except Allah. This belief. There's no one who can give us wealth except Allah. There's no one who can make us rich or poor except Allah. Other than Allah are not able to give us anything, whatever we want. There's none who can give to us except Allah. These are the belief we should be in our heart. The doer is Allah. But to have the belief that, if we have wealth, we'll be successful. If we have power, we'll be successful. If we have rich, we'll become successful. This is a wrong belief. Highly wrong belief. What is the correct belief? If we obey Allah, in the way Muhammad SAW, with the intention to please Allah, we will be successful. This is the belief. This is the foundation. the foundation of our character. We will not change to become a true believer with the good deeds unless our foundation, our belief and mindset change. This is the true, plain truth. You don't learn English in order to change your belief. You cannot. You know how to speak English, you know how to speak Japanese, you know how to speak Malay. It doesn't change your belief and mindset. You remain having the old wrong belief as your forefathers. And for that reason, the Malays or any race in the world will never change. Never change. Even Malaysia is a rich country, wealthy. But the Malays basically change colors only. Last time they were, poor clothes, now they wear rich clothes. They are the same person as their forefathers. Their belief and mindset is utterly wrong. So as a result, they remain lazy, not willing to work hard, not willing to strive. They just want to do work which are simple, is able to earn a little bit of their money. They don't want to learn, they want to study. Few, except with a few, not all Malays. But the majority of Malays are lazy. Lazy, why? Because they do not want to do anything. They just want to enjoy. Not that the Malays do not love the world. They love the world, the worldly things. They love, but they do not want to work. They just want to do simple job, easy. So as a result, they don't become a good scientist or good believers, a good Muslim. They can never become good in anything, either in the world or in Islam, because their belief is to work hard. It's not necessary. It's just to enjoy. Like Sufyan. The government sent him to America. He is a good student, but his belief is wrong. He likes to enjoy. So as a result, he failed. And he wasted the country money, He should pay back. He should be made to be paid, because he has destroyed the trust which the government has placed on him to go to America to study, to acquire knowledge and skill, and to come back and build this country. But what happened to him? Until today, his thought and his belief same as all other Minang people. Lazy but loving the world. They are lazy, but they love the world. So they mainly spend their time talking with each other in the coffee shop about the worldly thing. But none of the Minang able to become the best scientist, the best Muslim. No. None of them. They just like to do business and earn money and enjoy. And when they got a lot of money, they become lazy. They just want to enjoy. Because their main mindset and belief is to enjoy. That's all. Like Yazid, He's not a Malay, but Javanese. Want to enjoy. So people who have this mindset, want to enjoy, they will not work hard. They want money, they want worldly things, but they don't want to work. What about Iman? They also do not want to work. So, if they don't want to work to earn money, definitely they do not want to work to earn Iman. Because money is, at least they know, with money I can enjoy this world. I can have whatever I need. What with Iman? That's why Malays, they don't want to work either to earn worldly thing and what more to earn Iman. Very lazy. Generally, all people of the world are very lazy to work to earn Iman. Because those who are very hardworking to earn the material thing, they have wrong belief. They believe that with material wealth I will be successful. But the correct belief is not. The correct belief is, if I obey the orders of Allah, in the way Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is intention, I will be successful. If I disobey the order of Allah, no matter whether I'm rich or not, I'll become unsuccessful. These words are are not frequently spoken among us. And we never speak this word to others too. We only speak about having wealth and material wealth will be successful. Having power, having status in the community will be successful. Will be honored, will be respected. This wrong belief make some people to work hard to earn the worldly thing. Most people, they just want the power, the wealth, but they don't work. They just want to enjoy. So if they are not able, if they want to enjoy, they want to work. So the men, how they will get the money? They say the government must support us. The government must give money to us, free. So they become like Malays who like subsidy, who like government to help them, everything helping them, support them. They become lazy because they want the thing but they don't work. Like Sufyan, he has been given the opportunity but he is lazy. He doesn't pass his exam. He wastes the people money, spending, enjoying himself while he was in America. He was not supposed to enjoy, but the Malays like to enjoy, but they don't like to work. So they want subsidy. The government must help them to become rich in a short way. So they will get contract, project, and then what they do? We don't want to work. We get this license, we give it to the Chinese. They want to work. We make them to work. We only enjoy. We make houses, rented it to others. We sit down, getting money monthly. We don't want to do anything. So the government give them license, give them that and that to be able to become a businessman and entrepreneurs. But end up, many Malays are entrepreneurs. They only get license and they give it to the Chinese, not to Indian, to the Chinese. Indians are also lazy. So in the end, the Chinese get more money and they become richer. And then the Malays, they like to become rich, but they don't work. So why Chinese become rich? We are not. Because they are lazy. They are given opportunity and yet they don't want to work. They just want to enjoy. This is a wrong belief of the Malays. And what more to earn iman? Will you think the Malays will like to work to earn iman? Even to earn money also they don't want to work. They just want to enjoy. What more to work to earn iman? I say this is not doing. This is nothing to me. So that's why I keep on asking them to work. They say no, thank you. Go from house to house of the Malays, The Malays are Muslim. You go and do this work of dawah. You go and do this work of dawah. They say no, sorry. Even the work of the world, we do not want to do. What we want, get a lot of money and enjoy. If we have any license of anything, we sell it to the Chinese. We sit down and enjoy. We will not work. So the Malays have the wrong mindset. The Muslim generally having wrong mindset. They only think that you have to work to earn money. Even then also we are not willing to work. We want only to enjoy. To have the belief that we are only to have to enjoy in this world is a very wrong belief, because the place to enjoy is not this world. The place to enjoy is in paradise. But the Malays like to go to paradise. They like enjoyment. Whatever it is that will bring them enjoyment, they like it. But if you think that you have to work, if you want to enjoy, you need money, you need to work. No. Even if they have license or anything, they will sell it. So they will just want to enjoy. So definitely the Malay is very lazy, either to do the worldly work or even more to do the Prophet's work. The Prophet's work is not only the works of Malays, the works of all Muslims. Allah mentioned in the Quran, tell, O Muhammad, Tell to the entire mankind, tell to your followers, this is my path. To call people to Allah with basira. And this is my path. This is my work. And this is the work of those who follow me. This, the Malays or the Muslims generally are not having this belief. They don't like to work, of course. You know, people think that they don't want to work, wanting to become like kings, enjoying themselves, you know, like kings. Kings do not work. Kings and queens, they just sit down at the throne, do little bit of talking, and the rest, enjoying what? They have big car, they have big palace. These the Malays like, want to become king. Naturally, not everybody can become kings. They have to work. They have to work to earn this worldly thing, as well as they have to work harder than the worldly work. The work of Muhammad SAW in order to be able to attain Iman and good deeds. So if they are not willing to work, so they will not be able to get worldly thing, as well as they not be able to get true Iman and faith and good deeds. So when they die, neither they have enjoyment in this world, nor in the hereafter. They will not be made to enter paradise. They will go to hellfire. Why? Because they say we want to enjoy, but we do not want to work. You know, like Yazid is a typical person. He said to me, my purpose of life is to enjoy. So that is the purpose of life of many people of this world, particularly the Malays. I just want to enjoy, not work. Of course, we don't like to work, but that is not the means. If we are not willing to work, then we will not be able to get whatever we want. It is the sunnah of Allah, you know. Or it's the law of Allah. In order for Allah to give anything to anyone, either Iman or worldly thing, that person must work. And the work which that person must do must be the correct work. This is a statement which I made. They must work, not only work, the work must be correct. If they do the worldly work, but the work is not correct, they will not get the worldly things. They will not become rich. If they work to attain Iman and good deeds, and the work is not correct, they will not be able to attain Iman and good deeds. So the correct work to attain Iman and good deeds is not the worldly work. Definitely it's not the worldly work. It's the work which Allah has shown to all the prophets of Allah. And the last prophet of Allah is Muhammad. It's our prophet. We have to do that work. No? We have to do it with steadfastness, with vigor, and relentlessly, so that we will be able to attain a very strong level of Iman and a very good qualities of deeds, so that we will be able, inshallah, with the grace of Allah, when we die, to be able to be placed in the upper levels of paradise. Because the world is to be left. None will be able to live in this world forever. So between the two works, the worldly works and the prophet work, we do the worldly work only to fulfill our needs. Not so hard. But we must do the work of Muhammad SAW that will be able to give us the high level of Iman and good deed with diligence. Hajj, with diligence and with concentration and devotion, with vigor. But what happened the other way around is taking place. We do the worldly thing, the worldly work with vigor, and the wrong way. End up we will still become poor, and we don't even do at all the work of Nabi. As a result, we are not able to attain Iman and good deed. We end up hellfire. So what is the use? So we must do the work of Nabi in the correct way, the way of Nabi Sallallahu. And this has been, it was not made known to the Muslim, the whole world, until I come. Allah sent me to teach you to tell you the way on how to do it. If you are not to follow this work which I have shown to you, we have been inviting you, then you will never be able to get Iman. Why I told you the work which I have done is correct? Because I myself have done the work. And as a result of that, Allah has blessed me with a high level of Iman and high level of good deeds. As a result of high level Iman, Allah gave me knowledge and wisdom. I was able to tafseer the Holy Quran, the words of Allah, into 84 books. Who on earth are able to write that tafsir? Who? None. Only my one person. What that means? That means I am the lover of Allah. How I attain the status of lover of Allah if I am not able to attain the high level of Iman? Naturally, I need to work. The work which is correct work. And this are unknown to the world. So far it's unknown. Nobody knows. So this is like a germs. These are jewels. Which Mana Ilah Rahmatullah says, I have been given the jewels of the first century. The first century means the time of Muhammad SAW. That jewels lost. It's been given to me. But he cannot deliver and teach the people as he was not meant for that. I am to follow him, to make this jewel, to polish it, to present it to you, to the entire mankind. So that they will take these jewels. What's the jewels? The work of the Prophet ﷺ, which is done in the way he did, with the intention to please Allah. This is the jewels. These are the jewels that we need to wear and to have. If we don't have these jewels, we will never be able to have Iman, the true Iman in Allah, and the true faith. And as a result, we will never be able to enter paradise, but to enter hellfire. So please take these jewels and do it, and do the work with vigor, with lot of striving in the path of Allah. We cannot do this work lazily, leisurely, without hard work, without vigor. We have to do it with vigor, with sacrifice. It worth it. The working in the worldly things with vigor, not worth it. But to work with vigor, the work of Muhammad SAW is worth it, because we will attain not only felicity in this world, but also in the hereafter. Mind my words. I'm telling the truth.